Hi, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how I make the leaves, vines, and poinsettia for my Poinsettia bouquet blanket design. In case you didn't know, my name is Pauline from KnotFastFashion. This video is a supplement to the PDF pattern Poinsettia bouquet blanket, which you can purchase via my Etsy or Ravelry KnotFastFashion. The PDF pattern includes written English directions, crochet charts, a detailed photo tutorial, a print-friendly version, and even a tester lookbook. I've worked with a team of experienced crochet testers over the course of 4 months to ensure that this written pattern is reliable, clear, and ready for you to enjoy. By purchasing this pattern, you are not only getting a valuable tool for yourself, but also directly supporting me as a designer so I can continue to produce beautiful patterns for you like this. If you're ready to get started, go ahead and grab your copy of the pattern, and without further ado, let's get crafting. Okay, quick disclaimer. This video tutorial was filmed when I was just getting started and I didn't have a good filming setup. I wasn't gonna post it, but my Instagram followers encouraged me to, so that's why this resource is available. I apologize, that is not as good as it could be. I'm open to any feedback or comments, so feel free to comment them down below or email me at pauline@knotfastfashion.com if you have a question. enter into the chain spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So you just want to insert the hook here, and then pull up the yarn through, and I'm just going to pull the tail a little bit long, slip stitch, okay, and then we're going to SE2 into each chain space, so 1, 2, so we're going to tighten this later. Okay, so now we're going to grab our red yarn. So I'm just going to pick one loop here to slip stitch. Pull a taut, SC into the same loop, and then I'm going to chain 2. Oops. And then I'm going to DC into here. Treble crochet, then go chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch through here. So we're going to pick up 1, 2, so now you have 3 loops, and then you're going to pull through all 3, and that is going to form our pointy little tip. Then we're going to DC down here. Chain 2 again, and we'll go slip stitch in the middle SC, and then we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into this next outside loop. and then we're going to slip stitch into the one next to it, and then we're going to SC, chain 2, double crochet, I'm going to treble crochet here, and then we're gonna do the same thing here, 3, and I'm just twisting the flower as I go. We're gonna find this next outside loop here, so not this one but this one, slip stitch, then slip stitch into this next stitch. We're gonna SC, and then we're going to do, I'm just pulling some yarn here, chain 2, double crochet, double crochet again, going to turn my work, slip stitch here, slip stitch into the next one, SC, so now we're at 4 petals. I'll rotate this the other way so it's easier for me to access. Get this out of the way. So now we have 1, 2, 3. So we're going to slip stitch into our next one. And then we're going to slip stitch into the one right next to it. The last one we're going to slip stitch into for the last spot for our second layer of petals. Pull up some more yarn. Chain 2. And then we're going to DC into here. We're going to treble crochet into here. And then we're going to double crochet here, and then chain 2, and then slip stitch down here, and then we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into our last loop here, and then slip stitch to this starting loop. So that concludes the first layer of petals, and you can tighten this at this point gently. I'm going to go ahead and weave that in so that it is visually not in the way. So let's just go ahead and I like to do at least one knot like so, and then stick it through the middle, out through the side here, tie another knot, and then I like to weave it through down the receptacle just so that there's no way that it's gonna come out, at least from a visual standpoint. So we can go ahead and snip this. Okay, so if you're happy with just 5 petals, then this could be good enough for you, but to make it more like a poinsettia, we're gonna do 2 layers of petals and then add our cyathia. So let me go ahead and tuck this out of the way. Good, chain 2. And I'm going to start the second layer of petals right here. So I'm just inserting my hook right next to where I just slip stitch, and I'm going to do, instead of a double crochet, a half double crochet. And then we're going to double crochet, chain 1, and then stick it through like this, pull through all the loops, and then half double crochet down here. Now the purpose of that is so that our petals are not too long. Then we're going to go ahead and chain 2 and slip stitch to the base here. So we're not creating an SE here. The purpose of the SE was just so that the petal doesn't curve in too much, but now that we're doing the second layer, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, I'll show the next one a little bit slower, but hopefully you get the idea. We're going to find our next slot right here and insert our hook. Move this out of the way. Chain 2. Okay, so that's our second petal, and then our next petal, we're gonna do the same thing. Sorry, I didn't really slow down on that one, so I'll slow down definitely on this one. Insert here, slip stitch through. So you can see that this hugs the cyathia. Go chain 2, half double crochet, double crochet, oops, do our chain 1, pull through, and then we're going to do another half double crochet, then chain 2 again, and then we're going to insert down here and then slip stitch all the way through. Rotate the flower. At this point we've done 3 petals, so if you want to rotate the flower the other way, counterclockwise, so that it's a little bit easier to access and you don't have to turn the blanket, you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So slip stitch from here through here, so just between the two petals, chain 2, and then do a half double crochet, do a double crochet, chain 1, and then pull this through here, and then we're gonna do half double crochet as our last thing. And then we need to chain 2 again, and then slip stitch down the middle here. And now we are on our last petal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just kidding. This is our last petal. No, just kidding. We have 4. So if you want to end it on 4, you can by taking this and oops. You can slip stitch it all the way to here, and then now you have one with 4 in the middle. The lighting is getting pretty bad, sorry. And 5 on the bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's one look that you can do. Or if you want to do 5, you can continue and do one more petal here. So let me go ahead and SC right here, or just kidding, slip stitch right here, chain 2, and then we're gonna go ahead and half double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, push this through, pull it through here, and then doing that, chain 2, and then this is our last stitch. So we're going to go ahead and go to our 5th petal, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and connect it to our first petal as such, then pull it through, and then I like to just pull through the whole entire yarn ball, like so. If your yarn ball is much bigger, just cut the yarn and loop it that way. That works too. So that's 1 point of knots I'm going to cut so that there's about 6 inches of slack. And then we're going to go ahead and weave this through a few times. I'm running out of daylight, so I'm not going to show all the steps to do that, but I just like to first weave it through the bottom, tie it here. So this is the yarn we started with. And then I like to go through and secure it in at least one more place. It just became unthreaded. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it through the receptacle here. And then for the second one, I'm just gonna weave it through the receptacle as well. Okay, and then at the bottom here, I'm just gonna go ahead and tie a knot for one more place of security. So you're gonna tie it all the way down, and then all the way down, and then we're going to go ahead and snip it just above. So you can barely see it now, there's no knot. And then this is our finished flower without the modified bobbles. So let me go ahead and show you how I do the bobbles to. This is optional. I like to find a place. So there are 3 places where I put the bobbles: here, here, and here. You could do more or less, up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and just find a place to anchor my hook. And then you can do as many or as few bobbles as you'd like to make it bigger or smaller. But I'm going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and I'm using a 6mm hook, by the way. So this is a total of 4. I'm gonna pull through all of them, and then find another place to anchor. So that's 1 bobble. I'm gonna do a quick slip stitch to anchor that. Then I'm gonna do the same thing here. 1, 2. So now there's 4. I'm gonna pull it through all of them and then do a little slip stitch. For the last one, let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see better. So we have 2 bobbles. We're going to insert it into a place, pull up. Okay, let me start over. So we're going to insert it, and then we're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. We're going to pull through all the loops, do a little slip stitch, and then we're going to go ahead and take a large yarn tail, cut it, and now we're going to secure and define our bobbles using our needle. So let me go ahead and we're going to anchor here first. I'm gonna try to aim my needle. So I'm gonna anchor here first, then try to go between the bobbles, pull it, and then such. So let's see. Then I have 3 now, so let me define this one a little bit more by pushing it between these 2. Give it a good tug, and then I'm gonna go through here. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go through this one more time, and then we're just gonna secure it on the bottom. So that's how it's looking. Let me zoom out a little bit. So yeah, this is what the finished bobble kind of looks like. You can go over it a few more times to make them more defined. I'm gonna go ahead and secure this a few times. So we go through, tie, find a different place, go through, tie, find a different place. And I'm also gonna thread this through and aim it so that it can tie it to that one. Oops, I did it upside down. And then I'll just feed it through this receptacle here. So let's go ahead and thread this through. And this through. And then we're good on the stem. Okay. So this is our finished poinsettia with our bobbles. You can adjust them a little bit if they're not to your liking. Yeah, hopefully this tutorial was helpful to you and you make a bunch of lovely poinsettia. I hope you found this video demo helpful to you making your own pretty poinsettia. If you're able to successfully make your own poinsettia bouquet blanket, I would love to see it. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, please tag me at KnotFastFashion, or you can also email me, Pauline at KnotFastFashion.com. If you'd like to see more designs from me, please click the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss out on another pattern. My next flower bouquet blanket design is the Enchanted Roses bouquet blanket. If you'd like to get started with making your own fluffy roses, the video tutorial for that is linked over here, which also has a written pattern via Etsy and Ravelry. If there's anything else you'd like to see from me, please comment that down below. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again soon.